Crypto market is worth almost $2.78 trillion today. This is just one side. On the other side of it, according to a survey, 63% of Americans believe cryptocurrencies are not safe and reliable to invest in. But still, crypto market has grown that much, so it is worth doing some research on it. This video will cover the background of the cryptocurrency, how it started, and what was the motivation behind. How cryptocurrencies work. This will include blockchain and Bitcoin mining, current market scenario, and finally, where crypto market is going from here. Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency ever created. Bitcoin was created by an anonymous individual or group using the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Almost no information is available on who that is. If you search in Google, you may find this face, as the name sounds like Japanese. But this is not a confirmed truth either. Introduced in a 2008 paper titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, Nakamoto aimed to create a decentralized digital currency. The traditional currencies like dollars, pounds, or euros are controlled by the financial institutions like banks and some other government entities. So we have to trust banks or government entities with our money. The primary motivation behind creation of Bitcoin was to remove this middleman from the transactions. Also to enable trustless, secure, and borderless transactions, addressing issues like financial censorship, inflation, and reliance on centralized institutions. The question is, if there are no banks, no financial institutions, no government interference, then is it safe for us? How the data gets preserved? If you want to track previous transactions, how that is possible? To understand some of this, let's get into the technological part of it, how it works behind the scene. Cryptocurrencies network is based on blockchain technology. Let's understand what blockchain is. I will try not to sound like a techie here because I want to focus on the financial part of it, but this is about digital currency, some technicality will be necessary. Blockchain is a type of database system and the foundation for Bitcoin. In an Excel spreadsheet or any other traditional database system, there is one owner or admin for the database. Once the data is entered, the admin or anyone else with proper access can alter the data entry. But blockchain is a decentralized system. There is no single owner. Each piece of information is saved as a block. Each block has two portions, a header and a body that contains the transaction information. The block header is a cryptographic value. Each block is linked with a previous block, creating a chain of blocks. That's what makes it blockchain. Because all the data are linked, no one can remove one block or change one piece of information in between. On top of that, multiple copies of the same information are saved on many machines in several locations, and they all must match for the data to be valid. If anyone wants to change one piece of information in any of the machines, the other machines will prevent it from happening. That's why it is immutable. Once the data is entered, it cannot be changed. That maintains the integrity and security of the data. The Bitcoin is built on blockchain, and Bitcoin is the first real-world application that built on a blockchain. Bitcoin's blockchain went live on January 3, 2009, with Nakamoto mining the Genesis block, that means the first block. What is Bitcoin mining? Where does Bitcoin come from? Bitcoin mining is a complex process, the way to launch new Bitcoins into circulation. A miner uses hardware and software to generate a cryptographic number that is equal to or less than a number set by the Bitcoin network's difficulty algorithm. The first miner who finds the solution to the problem receives Bitcoin as a reward and earns the right to record transactions on the blockchain for the network to verify and confirm. Does this mean that people can keep solving problems and mine unlimited number of Bitcoins? Not really. Satoshi Nakamoto encoded a limit or hard cap for the total number of Bitcoins that can be mined. That number is 21 million. It is estimated that the last Bitcoin will be mined around 2140. Who knows, maybe they will find a way to break the cap Satoshi encoded. The limit was set to create scarcity and prevent inflation. Now that we know how Bitcoin works, let's dive into the market. Is it actually doing what it was initially created for? The idea was to create a currency that will be used to buy and sell things the way traditional dollars do. But today, if we look at the market, so many other cryptocurrencies are launched, and crypto market almost works as stock market. People buy and sell cryptos as a business to make money. IRS website says for US tax purposes, digital assets are considered property, not currency. Because crypto market is so volatile, price keeps going up and down so much, people lose and gain money all the time. So it is still not ready to be used as a regular money. Majority people are still skeptical of digital currency, simply because it is invisible, its volatile nature, and also not having much regulation on it. Despite all challenges, Bitcoin is gaining more and more traction. It started in January 2009 with a price of $0, and today the price is around $85,000 for each Bitcoin. Currently, over 15,000 businesses worldwide accept Bitcoin for the transaction that include 2,300 companies in the US. Though most crypto-friendly businesses are small businesses, but some big names like Walmart, Best Buy, Bloomingdale's, Expedia, Ray-Ban, Pottery Barn, PlayStation, Christian Dior accept Bitcoin either in full capacity or at least in some capacity. There are other coins now. Any digital coins other than Bitcoins are called altcoins. As of April 2025, there are over 17,000 different types of cryptocurrencies. Some think the number is even higher. A lot of these coins are not even in the market yet. Bitcoin is the first widely used cryptocurrency, and despite having 17,000 other cryptocurrencies in the market, Bitcoin is still the dominant force in the crypto market. On the other side of it, cryptocurrencies are banned in some countries, including China, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Egypt. Some other countries have partial restrictions on cryptocurrencies, and those countries include some major players in the international market, like Russia, India, Nigeria, Iran. Though this full or partial ban can change any day. Now let's talk about the future of cryptocurrency, where it is headed from here. It is hard to predict the future of cryptocurrency given its volatile nature. Economic conditions, network factors, public sentiment, and for many other reasons, crypto prices keep changing. Because of that, it is still hard to see that cryptocurrency is replacing the dollars. But considering the growth in the last 10 years, it is fair to assume that cryptocurrencies are not going anywhere soon. The governments of US, UK, and EU are taking it more seriously. If you look at the US Securities and Exchange Commission's page, it says, the Crypto Task Force seeks to provide clarity on the application of the federal securities laws to the crypto asset market and to recommend practical policy measures that aim to foster innovation and protect investors. So at least we can tell this much, the crypto market will be more regulated. At this point, the public trust and the volatile nature of the market are the biggest obstacles for the cryptocurrencies to be used for buying and selling things in everyday life. But if regulations can be enforced, maybe cryptocurrency will become like regular money. I mentioned in the beginning, the purpose of the first cryptocurrency was to eliminate any banks or government institutions from the transaction. If government regulations are enforced and cryptocurrencies are added to the government reserves, other banks will reserve cryptocurrencies as well. At the end of the day, banks and government institutions will be the middleman even if we use cryptocurrencies. I hope the video was useful. Please subscribe to stay tuned.